This supposedly it's a live stream, but I'm basically just doing a video here for YouTube, right? They can soak up the information, they can do whatever they want with it. Man, it's pretty early out here in Arizona. It's freaking 7 a.m. I got the coffee right here. So, who's out there? Is AI out there? Is there any real people? I mean, have you heard about this story? Have you heard about this story or what? Now, this is the story I'm referring to here. Let's see if I can find the right slide. Oh, okay, I think I found it. So I guess I have to remove this. And I think I have to do this right here. Okay, you see that right there? Police search for a suspect who fatally attacked a couple in Arkansas's Devil's Den State Park. And it says the couple, they're like heroes. It says they were trying to save their two daughters. And they said they were fatally attacked. They're not saying, I mean, we see fatally, which means death, right? But it's not saying in the article. I guess it'll be determined later how they died. And again, here's the couples here's the couple right here. So this is let me get their names. Clinton David Brink, 43-year-old, and Kristen Amanda Brink, 41, were found dead Saturday on a walking trail. And their daughters, who are 7 and 9, were not hurt and being cared for by family members. And this is according to the authorities. Okay. The suspect may have fled the rugged 2,500-acre park, which has weak cell phone service, in a car with the license plate partly covered by tape. Says the Arkansas State Police. Authorities have not provided a possible motive or elaborated on how the couple were killed. Right? And it's saying, police searched Monday for the killer of this married couple found dead in Arkansas. Okay, so they were hiking with the two young children, right? Not seeing no details here. They look at what I see in the article, and look, they're saying Devil's Den State Park. And look, when I zoom in, look at where this is. This is highway. Look at this right here. The car. Am I being heard? Yeah, I think I'm being heard. Okay, so the car, possibly a Mazda, may have been traveling. Look at that, State Highway 170. I know in the language that sacrifice equals 170. You see that right there? Sacrifice has that 170 right there. And also kill equals 17, which is like 170. Look what else I notice here. And I have some slides that I'm going to present, but I wanted to show some of this. It says the car may be traveling on State Highway 170. Look at that other highway, or State Highway 220. What equals 220? Look at this. The Big Don. You see that? The Big Dawn equals 220 in that reverse cipher right there. I mean, what's up with that? What's up with that? So they're saying, I guess this happened Monday, right? They're saying police searched Monday. Oh, okay. They were found dead Saturday. They were found dead Saturday, but they were searching for the killer Monday. So that's July 26th, which you see right here, July 26th. I don't know if I put Saturday. I might have put Monday. I might have put Monday maybe in the breakdown. I can't remember, but we'll address that when we get to it. So you see Saturday right there. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to play a video right now, a quick news clip, and then I'm gonna show. Let me add this again, and then I'm gonna show some of these connections that I found. So let me open up my Google Slides, and I'm gonna mute my mic. And I'm gonna mute my mic, okay? Just to ensure so I can hear on my phone. I want to hear on my phone that we're gonna hear this. So this says ASP identifies victims in double homicide at Devil's Den State Park. And this is in Arkansas. The article says Little Rock, Arkansas. So I'm not sure if it's just outside Little Rock, if that's just kind of like the main city and they're using it, but the article says Little Rock, Arkansas. Maybe we'll look at that here in a little bit. But let me attempt to play this so we can hear it. So I'm about to mute the mic, okay? And is that a bot watching? Is it just a bot? One YouTube bot is all we get here. But let me attempt to play.
Let's get right to the breaking news now on that double homicide investigation at Devil's Den State Park. Arkansas State Police say a couple was attacked and killed while hiking with their daughters at the park this weekend. 4029's Katani Gooch is live in Washington County now with more on what we're learning today about the man and woman killed. Katani.
Yes, Chip, the couple identified in that homicide were Clinton and Kristen Brink, both in their early 40s. Now, according to a release from ASP, they were with their two daughters who are under the age of 10 during the time of the incident. But they did walk away unharmed and are now safely with family members. That's according to ASP. Now, as of Sunday at around 2:40 p.m., ASP did release an updated description of the suspect they're looking for. They're looking for a white male with a medium build who's said to be wearing a long sleeve shirt. Now, it was originally reported that he was wearing a tank top, but ASP say they now believe that the sleeves on that long sleeve shirt were rolled up. He's also wearing dark colored pants, a dark baseball cap, and sunglasses. Now on him, he has on a dark colored backpack as well as fingerless gloves. They say they believe he drove away in a Mazda with the license plate covered in duct tape or electrical tape. They believe he was either traveling on State Highway 120 or State Highway 190 or State Highway 220 that's near the park. I also spoke to the superintendent of the park, and he says, as well as ASP, that the trails here at Devil's Den are closed indefinitely. They aren't very sure when they're going to open them back up as the investigation is still ongoing. They also aren't very sure when the extra security presence that's here will be relieved. The superintendent did say that he spoke to everyone that was here personally and informed them of the situation, made them aware, told them that they are free to leave if they wish. However, some people did stay. Now, as this is an ongoing investigation, there is a call of action from law enforcement. They are asking people that were here on Saturday if they took any photos or if they took any videos, potentially any dash cam on their cars or maybe even game footage, to check that footage to see if there's anything that they may have caught in the background many of those photos or videos and to not post them online, but to immediately go to ASP with any of that information. And we will update you with more information as we get it. As I said, this investigation is still ongoing, but we'll make sure we inform you on air and online. So stick with us, but I'll send it back to you in the studio, Chip. Live in Washington County, Katani Gooch, 4029 News.
All right. And that was the footage making all that static, not on my end. So they're saying Highway 190 there. Okay. So let me so I want you to, I'm showing a lot of connections here. Let me get rid of this banner. I'm showing a lot of connections here, okay? And this is a lot of connections with other things that are on the world stage. Look at up there first. This is well, they were searching for the suspect, I guess, 44 days after the founding anniversary of Arkansas, and kill equals 44, as you notice up there at the top, okay? They were also searching for this suspect on 44 date numerology, and again, kill equals 44. I want you to see up there on the right that 44 days is the same as 6 weeks, 2 days, and sacrifice equals 62 as well. But you're seeing that 156 down there. What kind of music do we need here? Go with that. Maybe that right there. So look at, they search for this suspect on the day leaving 156 days in the year. And 156 is the Arkansas founding anniversary. Or you can say the birthday. Look at that right there. Arkansas is founded the 15th day of the 6th month. And this search for the killer on the day leaving 156 days. I want you to see here that Arkansas is founded in 1836. You get that 3 and that 6, like 3 6s. Remember, this is Devil's Den State Park with the 666 affiliated with the devil, right? You even have 66 and 30 date numerology on this last birthday for Arkansas. Notice that that birthday and that anniversary of the founding, the 166th day of the year, even leaving 199. So you get, it's that 66 flipped. Notice the 46 date numerology on the Arkansas birthday. Sacrifice also equals 46. Right? And again, that July 28, that's the day they were searching for the killer, as the killing was 2 days prior. So the killing was on Saturday, which would be a 43-day span from the Arkansas birthday to the killing. Remember, killing equals 43 as well. What do you think about that? It has my screen blocked up at the top. I'm assuming that says Devil's Den up there. Yeah, Devil's Den is located near West Fork. Come on, right? Come on, right? Like the Devil Fork. You see that right there? This stuff all hits with the language, okay? and it's northwest of Little Rock, the state capital. The park is known for its hiking trails, rock formations, and get this, and is a short drive from the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville and Walmart's Bentonville headquarters. Remember, look at the comment right here. Look at the comment. Look at this. See that comment right there? That was in Michigan, and that was the last live stream I did. Walmart just had a poke situation. In Michigan, it was the last live that I did on the fly with that live. Now they're letting us know with this killing in Arkansas that it's a short drive from Walmart's headquarters. Why do we need to know that? Where's my coffee? Go check that live out as well. If you didn't know, now you know. Arkansas is the place of birth for Bill Clinton. Remember, Malcolm Jamal Warner just died. Bill Clinton's birthday is one day after Malcolm Jamal Warner. But that guy right there, this married couple, the guy's name is Clinton. I don't know why I didn't have it in there, but I'll show you right now. I'll show you right now. Look at that right there. Right here. Look, what are the odds of that? The dude's, and look, he's age 43, and it's a 43-day span from the Arkansas birthday to this killing. Saturday, July 26th is a 43-day span. He's 43. Look at how his name's Clinton. Come on, right? Notice how her name is Kristen. It's like Christ, right? Without the H. And this is Devil's Den. You see that? Clinton. Like Bill Clinton, born in Arkansas. Kristen, like Christ. Devil's Den. Look at Clinton's born in Hope. You see that? Hope. Right? And I think it said also in the article, let me see if I can quickly find it. And you know, they don't know how this couple was. They're just saying found dead. This is what the authorities are saying. Found dead Saturday, walking on a trail. I guess their daughters survived. Their daughters are 7 and 9. Murder equals 79. Morgue equals 79. Okay. But this family is new to Arkansas. They just moved from South Dakota. Look at to the small city of Prairie Grove in northwest Arkansas. Kind of like a prayer. So look at all this. There's a lot of like religious stuff going on here. Prayer, Grove, Hope, Arkansas with Bill Clinton. Hope. This guy's name's Clinton. Her name is Kristen. You get Christ in there without the H. Come on, right? And there's probably more. I just, you know, And they have this story about this couple. I'm not saying that this didn't happen, but it said their water had been connected less than 2 weeks ago. Mayor David Falk said Clinton Brink had been scheduled to start a job as a milk delivery driver on Monday. And get this. This is according to Hilland Dairy, his employer. Isn't that interesting? Because Bill Clinton, his wife is Hillary. And are you serious that according to Hilland Dairy? Oh, yeah. So that's his employer. Hillary even has the middle name Diane, which is, you get that D. But anyways, let's go back over here. Oh, and I want to show you one more thing before we go forward, before I forget. Watch when I scroll down. Look at this right here. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders called the deaths horrific, but we don't know how they died. And said law enforcement will not rest until the perpetrator is brought to justice. Look at Huckabee Sanders. Look at the top right there. Deion Sanders is trending. I do this all the time. This stuff is so with the language, okay? This stuff is so with the language. I need to move forward. I have this live from about 3 months ago. West Memphis, Arkansas, the Memphis 3. The satanic panic that gripped the community. Right? 3 teenagers arrested, charging them with the murder of, I think it was 3 boys. I can't remember at the moment. But look, that was all connected to Satan and the devil and all of that, right? And it's Arkansas. You see that? So now we get this devil's den. So what's going on with Arkansas? So what's going on with Arkansas? I want you to see this right here, okay? Look at, now you see 205 with Devil's Den State Park and 285, or excuse me, and 281. That's just with the language, okay? We're going to start with 281. I want to show you how this stuff connects to other trending stories. That's the reverse cipher, Devil's Den. There's a lot of D words that are trending from this day. I showed you Deion Sanders up there. Now we get Devil's Den. Look at that 281 in the reverse cipher. I just dropped the Bubba Wallace becomes first black driver to win a major race on Indianapolis Oval. His birthday is the 281st day of the year. I just did that OTF on the fly. I think it was OTF on the fly. But I just dropped the video like yesterday. He's got the October 8th birthday trending. The 281st day of the year. And now we get this Devil's Den State Park, and that equals 281. Back to Bill Clinton. Bubba Wallace's full name is William Darrell Wallace Jr. His name is William, like Bill Clinton's name is William, with this Arkansas connection to this death of this married couple, where the husband's name is Clinton. Don't forget, Devil's Den is near West Fork, about 140 miles northwest of Little Rock. See if there's any updates here. Couple killed. Sketch drawing. In search of the killer. Manhunt underway. So if this happens by the numbers, is there an authority that made this happen by the numbers? Look at the names. This is obviously, did they seek out, like, okay, when we have Arkansas, Clinton, Bill Clinton, so okay, it's going to be a guy named Clinton in Arkansas. But then his wife is Kristen, kind of like Christ, and it's Devil's Den, and they live somewhere called Prairie, like prayer, and Bill Clinton's from Hope, Arkansas. How does this happen? So is this just like a story in a script? And, you know, are these real people? I mean, come on. So we hit that 281, and you see how that connects with Bubba Wallace, another trending story. You got the Bill Clinton connection. William, don't forget Bill Clinton, wife Hillary, Will. Back to the 205. I actually haven't dropped this Reno breakdown, so you're getting a sneak peek. Look at how Devil's Den State Park has 205, and the article was updated at 2:05 p.m. We just had a shooting incident at Grand Sierra Resort in Reno, Nevada. Look at the 25s. So you're getting a sneak peek there because I haven't dropped that breakdown. Devil's Den State Park, 2 separate incidents here. 2:05 like 25, updated at 2:05 the article. Like 25. Look over to the right, you see the Reno shooting story. Gunman 25, Reno 25, Casino 25, Reno's got 52. President, government, and White House also equal 52. Grand Sierra Resort 250 like 25. Look at the address. 2500. Don't forget we're in the year 25. And that's 2 separate stories, and you hit with that 25. I will be dropping that probably later. And this park is 2,500 acres. Don't forget Trump equals 25 as well. Again, look how these 2 tragedies. They say that was a shooting. I can't remember if someone died though or not over on the right. Transported to the hospital, the suspect. I can't remember at the moment. But a shooting. I think they said 11. Oh no, that was the Walmart one. 11 injured. So you get all of these tragedies. If not deaths, you know, you get shootings, you get stabbings. But look at that. They're calling Reno. Look at how Reno, with these 2 separate stories, it says Reno Arc, the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. But Uh oh, okay. Isn't that interesting? The biggest little city, when this story's out of Little Rock, as Devil's Den they say is outside of Little Rock. And look at how, look, Reno Ark, whatever they're referring to with Reno, Nevada, but that's Ark, kind of like Arkansas. But Arkansas is A-R-K. And Ark could refer to probably a few different things. But you see, Little Rock, Arkansas. Reno Ark. The biggest little city in the world. Reno. Little Rock. With these two separate stories. And look, it even says acre. So kind of like Ark in there. You see that? Two separate stories connected by the language. Now, I have a couple more connections here with this story, okay? And I'm sure there will be more to come as this story develops. And that Devil's Den logo, I just took that off of the internet. I don't know if that's like referring to something else, a band, I don't know. But I thought it looked good enough to put here. Notice how their last names are Brink. Now, there is kind of like a Brinks security or something affiliated with money or the bank or whatever, right? But their last name is Brink. Remember, we hit on the Clinton connection? Kristen, Christ, kind of like Christ. Cameron Brink is trending right now. And I don't go out of my way to scope this out. I do decodes on these trending stories. And I saw, I'm like, wait a minute, Cameron Brink is trending in the WNBA as she nears her return after a 13-month ACL recovery, Los Angeles Sparks. So you get that same last name, Brink. And I added one more thing late here. I want you to see with this Arkansas story, look at how Arkansas has 132 in the reverse cipher. And I want to show you real easy how that cipher works. Z is 1, A is 26 with the alphabet in reverse. Anybody can do that. Like, I can whip out paper and a pencil right now and just do it. But I prefer to use that Gematria calculator because it, you know, it's a nice little website or whatever you call it. See how it does it for you? That's a fact. Arkansas has 132. That connects with another trending story that I dropped. Gwyneth Paltrow being named spokesperson for Astronomer, the company where the, you know, the Kiss Cam drama, the CEO stepped down. She's Gwyneth Paltrow's the former wife to the head guy in the band Coldplay, Chris Martin. That's interesting because you got Kristen or Christine right there. Kristen, that's interesting. But Gwyneth Paltrow's the ex-wife to Chris Martin, frontman of Coldplay. Tracy Mills is her character in the movie Seven. Don't forget, we're in the 7th month. But Tracy Mills, her character with 132, the company that hires her as a spokesperson, Astronomer 132, And I already dropped that decode as well. Now Arkansas hits with the 132. I don't think it's a coincidence that all of this trending stuff by the numbers syncs up. Even astronomers got the A like Arkansas. So we're going to watch another video now. Another news clip. So I'm going to mute my mic again. StreamYard has lost access to your YouTube account. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about here. But I'm going to mute my mic. Again, I'm just doing a video, but they say it's live, okay? So we're good here, okay? We're good. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to this other video I have. And I think this is only like 30 seconds, but I have to mute because there's no point of playing it because sometimes the volume won't cross over. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and try to play this.
Well, here's what we know about the tragic attack that happened at Devil's Den State Park over the weekend. Police have now identified the 2 people who were killed along a trail there at the park just before 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. They have identified the victims as Clinton and Kristen Brink. They say that they're a married couple who had just recently moved to Prairie Grove. They say they were hiking with their 2 daughters who were 7 and 9 years old when they were attacked on a trail. They say the 2 daughters were not hurt and that they are now safe with family. Now, police say the suspect is still on the run. Here's the most recent description we have of him. He's described as a white man with a medium build. Investigators now believe he was wearing a long sleeve shirt with the sleeves rolled up. They originally had said a tank top, but since have changed that description. Dark pants, a dark ball cap, sunglasses, and fingerless gloves. They say he was carrying a backpack and was last seen driving toward a park exit in a black 4-door sedan. They say possibly a Mazda, with the license plate covered by duct tape or electrical tape. Now, state police say the car may have been spotted on Highway 170 or 220 near the park. The entire investigation is still active, and the FBI is in contact with Arkansas State Police to step in and help if needed. Devil's Den website says all trails are closed right now until further notice. But police say if you were there on Saturday, they're asking you to look through your photos and videos and see if you see anything unusual or if you see anyone matching that description of the suspect. They're also asking anyone who lives nearby to review their home security cameras, any game cameras that you might have. But they do say if you have photo and video, they're asking you not to post it on social media because they're saying that that could jeopardize this investigation. If you know anything that could help police, they ask you call ASP Troop L at that number right there on your screen, 479-751-6663. Now, we will keep you updated as we learn more right here on 5 News.
And, and it says StreamYard has lost access to my YouTube account right now during this stream. I don't know what's up with that. It appears that I'm live still. It appears that I'm live still. From what I see, I mean, what's that about? Click here to reconnect. Isn't that weird? I'm just going to see what it does here. It's like I'm pretty much done here, but click here to reconnect. Okay. I don't know. So if it did cut me off, it is what it is. Don't worry, we got you covered. That's not I don't think that's a coincidence. So if it did cut me off, it is what it is. So yeah, we get just an update. The FBI said its Little Rock field office is assisting state police in the investigation. We're just hoping that anybody who captured any video or pictures or anything suspicious, just let us know. That's what they're saying. And again, this is supposed to be a public live stream. But you see, that is not the case on YouTube. Don't let them fool you. They're not just going to let anybody go live to the masses. I know they didn't like that comment. I just tried to post. Now I lose access, it says, to my account. Shadow ban like a mother. For sure. And these other articles basically have what we just went over in the other article. There's the sketch right there. There's the sketch right there. How is it still? So it's still timing me. It shows that I'm still here, but then it says StreamYard has lost access to my account. How do you lose access to my account? Click here to reconnect. And then when I click there, I'm supposed to like remember my password and everything. I'm like, okay. So I think that we're going to end it there. What do you think about the connections here? I mean, the Clinton stuff is wild. You know, this couple is just walking their daughters. And it says they're heroes for protecting their daughters. You know, we don't know how they were killed. It just says fatally attacked in Devil's Den State Park. I think it said just outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. You saw all of the other connections. All of the other connections with these other trending stories at the same time. That Clinton connection is wild. Chris like Christ. Dude's name is Clinton, like Bill Clinton, who's out of Arkansas. Connecting to the Reno casino shooter. Okay, there was a killing over there. So we get these two Remember Walmart? They say they connect this story with the headquarters of Walmart, saying it's close by. Little City, Reno, Nevada, Little Rock, Arkansas, Reno Ark, like Arkansas. They live in Prairie, like Prairie View, I think is what it said. Connection to Bubba Wallace with Bill Clinton, William. The West Memphis 3 story as well. You can go look that one up. You can look at the live I did 3 months ago. You see the red and black. There was red and black, devil, Satan, all over that. Now we get another Arkansas. Look, even one of the dudes' names, Damien. Near West Fork, northwest of Little Rock, Fork, wild. And that founding of Arkansas in the 6th month, another 6. Okay, so police still search for a suspect who fatally attacked a couple in Arkansas's Devil's Den State Park. Okay, I'll end it with some music. I appreciate being able to do this. Until next time.
Deceived by the lies, educated in codes, exposed to the light. Darkness unfolds, politics, entertainment, religion, and sports. Killing death patterns in the courts. Fake characters, plot, and fictional distractions. Truth, fairy tales, and Hollywood's attractions. Puppets and leaders controlling our minds. From local to worldwide, it's time to unwind. Decode the truth, break it down 2020. See through the lies in this twisted plenty. Puppets and leaders controlling our minds. From local to worldwide, it's time to unwind. Decode the truth, break it down 2020. See through the lies in this twisted plenty. Secret clubs, hiding what's real. Who knows the deal, who holds the seal? One thing for sure, it's all a facade. Lies upon lies, a charade so flawed. Mind control from dusk till dawn. Manipulating us all like pawns. Puppets and leaders controlling our minds. From local to worldwide, it's time to unwind. Decode the truth, break it down 2020. See through the lies in this twisted plenty. Puppets and leaders controlling